Hey guys, let's talk about something nobody wants to say out loud. Soccer referees have been making bad calls since forever. Wrong decisions, missed fouls, red cards that make zero sense. We've seen it all. But at World Cup 2026, something happened that went way beyond a bad call. Something that had nothing to do with the game on the field, and everything to do with what happened in front of millions of viewers worldwide. This is the story of how World Cup referees went from controversial to completely crossing the line. Let's get into it. Here's the thing about World Cup referees. They've always been a problem. And we're not talking small mistakes here. We're talking decisions that literally changed the course of history. Go back to 1966. England versus Argentina. Argentine captain Antonio Rattin refused to leave the field after being sent off. The referee had no idea what to do. Took 10 minutes to get him off the field. 10 minutes. At a World Cup. Then there's 1986. Maybe the most infamous moment in soccer history. Maradona punched the ball into the net with his hand. The referee missed it completely. Argentina won. England were eliminated. And Maradona called it. And I'm not making this up. The hand of God. Fast forward to 2002. Spain were absolutely dominating South Korea. 2 legitimate goals were disallowed. Players were sent off for almost nothing. The whole world watched in disbelief. FIFA actually banned 2 of the referees afterward. That tells you everything. Bad calls, missed decisions, outright errors. World Cup refereeing has always been messy. But guys, nothing prepared us for what happened in 2. Let's start with the opening game of World Cup 2026. South Africa versus Mexico. The very first game of the entire tournament. The game that was supposed to set the tone for the whole World Cup. 3 players got red cards. 3. In one game. At a World Cup. The opening game. Now look, red cards happen. We get it. But 3 red cards in the first game of the biggest soccer tournament on the planet. Tells you something is seriously off. Fans were furious. Players were confused. And the whole world started asking the same question. Are these referees actually ready for this stage? But here's where things went from bad to something nobody saw coming. During the broadcast of the Germany versus Curaçao match, cameras cut to the Video Assistant Referee Center in Dallas. And there, on live television, in front of millions of viewers across the world, Australian referee Shaun Evans was caught making a hand gesture. A circle formed with his thumb and index finger. Now that might sound harmless, but here's the problem. That exact gesture was designated as a hate symbol by the Anti-Defamation League back in 2019. It had been co-opted by white nationalist groups on live television. At the World Cup, Evans denied any racist intent, saying it was completely innocent. And maybe it was. But guys, here's what matters. You are a FIFA official. You are on a live broadcast, watched by hundreds of millions of people worldwide, at the most diverse sporting event on the planet. The fact that this even happened raises serious questions about FIFA's vetting process, about the training these officials receive, about the standards we expect from people who hold the fate of nations in their hands. This wasn't just a bad call on the field. This was a moment that went way beyond soccer. And here's what really gets me. FIFA has had decades to fix its referee problem. Decades. We have VAR now. We have technology. We have more tools than ever to get decisions right. And yet, here we are. Opening game chaos. 3 red cards. A referee making questionable gestures on live TV. Empty seats. Visa issues. Political drama. It's like FIFA took every single problem from every previous World Cup, put them all together, and said, yeah, let's do this in America, in front of the biggest audience in sports history. The players train their entire lives for this moment. The fans save for years to be there. Entire nations stop everything to watch. And the people entrusted to protect the integrity of the game keep letting everyone down. That's not acceptable. Not at this level. Not at the World Cup. So what needs to happen? Here's my take. First, FIFA needs to completely overhaul how it selects referees. The best officials in the world should be at the World Cup. Full stop. Second, background checks need to be way more thorough. If a gesture can cause this much damage on live TV, we need people who understand the global stage they're standing on. Third, VAR needs to actually work properly, not create more confusion, not slow the game down to a crawl. Actually get the big calls right, because right now, the technology is there. The willingness to use it correctly apparently isn't. Soccer is the most watched sport on the planet. 4 billion people tune in to the World Cup. 4 billion. The referees who officiate these games need to be held to the highest possible standard. Right now, they're not even close. Look, I love this sport, and I know most of you watching this love it too. That's exactly why this stuff matters so much. Because when referees fail at the World Cup, it doesn't just affect one game. It affects the whole tournament. It affects players whose careers are on the line. It affects fans who travel thousands of miles to be there. It affects the billions watching at home. World Cup 2026 still has so much incredible soccer ahead of it. But FIFA needs to wake up and fix this referee problem before it defines the whole tournament. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comments right now. What's the worst referee decision you've ever seen at a World Cup? And do you think FIFA will ever actually fix this? I want to know what you think. Subscribe to SketchKick, because we don't just watch the game, we hold it accountable.